This is Killer Kings 31011. I'm going to be doing a before you buy on Far Cry 6 on PS4, not PS5, PS4. I will be giving you some of my opinion on what I think is good, what I think needs some improvement, and just an overall view of the game with a little bit of gameplay. There will be no spoilers. This is the beginning island. So without further ado, let's get going. So, anyone who's going to look at this game knows Far Cry, or at least would hope they know Far Cry. This is the typical Far Cry feel. It's carnage, it's brutal, it's violent. So, with that, the guns, they feel fantastic. I love the sights. I love the customization options. You have to use a workbench for it. I will show you, kind of what I have, what I've gone through. So one of my favorite weapons right now is this. I like that you can put laser sights on it, different types. Canted iron sights, canted RDS, different scope sights, depending on what you want to use. You can suppress things. By the way, the suppressors actually overheat like they would in reality. You can also choose the ammo. Unlike Far Cry New Dawn where you run out, this is permanent. You cannot switch that unless you come here and, let's say I want standard ammo, I'll equip that. Or if I want, JHPs or soft target rounds, I can equip that. I prefer armor piercing because I find it to be better overall. A lot of the enemies that you'll be coming against are armored in some way, shape, or form. I also like that you can put mods on things. I run things for damage, so you can see my damage is probably a little bit higher for a rifle than if I just had some other mods, but you can, pause and read what there is or play the game. You can also pick different charms, and you can change the look of your firearms depending on what you want them to look like. Also a good thing with the game is you have the special ability, if you will. I currently only have 2 of them. You start off with this one, just so you're aware. It's not really a spoiler, you kind of just get it. It recharges with kills, but they'll teach you that. What I also think is really interesting is you can customize your personal on-call vehicle. It's something that no other game to my knowledge has. It's quite the interesting perspective on it. It's a cool little feature that they have. I'll summon mine just so you can get an idea of how it actually works. You can see the blue on the mini map in the bottom left hand corner. One of your companions will actually bring it out to you. You will eventually get out, and then you can use it as you will, like any normal vehicle. I don't know if there's a cooldown or not. I haven't played a lot, but mine have 2 explosives, 50 cals on them.
I can't handle 2 of you.
You can't handle 1 of me. Fuck you, it's a shitty joke. Just look yummy up.
The overall feel of the game is just like Far Cry. Feels just an updated, newer version, different map. There's fishing that you can do randomly. And you can see there's an enemy right there, but the difference is there are some people that you can work with to free and get some information off of. Yeah, I believe other ones had that. Nothing too crazy, nothing too special. They pretty much only tell you where crates are. Crates are where how you get new weapons, different weapons. Side note, speaking of weapons, if I kill an enemy like I just killed that guy, weapons don't fall. Like this guy's got an AK, you can see that. If I shoot him, his AK does not fall. He's got a shotgun, I kill him, it does not fall. And you can see I just run over the body and kind of auto-loot. I'm not a big fan of that. You can see how he was slashing and now I just got 20 yarn pesos. I'm not a big fan of the auto loot. I think it should be a toggleable option. you know, whether you want to speed up gameplay and just go for, you know, quick looting, or if you actually want to search the bodies like you could in Far Cry 3, 4, and even 5, I believe. Driving feels natural. Vehicles feel a little faster than they should be. I do feel that they brake a little bit quicker, but they do feel good overall. I don't see much of an issue with it. The map is pretty big. I'll give you an idea of what that looks like. And since we're on the map, I will mention that there are AA guns, which I think is pretty cool. If I can pull one up real quick right here. So if you go in the area of where this is and you try to fly, they will destroy your aircraft with SAM missiles. It adds a very interesting aspect to the gameplay. If you fly low enough, you can, like I in the start of the game, which is something that I'm not a big fan of, and I don't suggest you do right away, but it's your game, you can do what you want. I literally flew from here all the way up north to the most dangerous area, and then I pretty much looted everything I could. That's how I got the rifle that I'm using and all that. I don't suggest you do that, but then again, you can do what you want. I'm going to fast travel here to show you restricted areas, things like that, which is a nice little added boost to it. I will also try to do a couple takedowns to show you how they are. I think, you know, nothing too crazy. You can fish, which I believe I mentioned. It's kind of a interesting aspect to it, you know, a little time to relax. I know you could do that in Far Cry 5, but you'd sell it for cash, and here you sell it for materials, crafting materials to upgrade your weapons, to upgrade a base. There's more of an emphasis on looting materials to craft, which, I mean, take that as you will. It's not a bad thing, it's not a good thing, it's just kind of how it is. You can see him coming up to one of those areas that are restricted. It says you're trespassing. You can, instead of binoculars, use your cell phone. Kind of an interesting aspect. But so as you see me run around, you will see me kill enemies and not get EXP for it. This is, you know, I'll be getting into the bad things. It is, I feel, lackluster. You don't get EXP from killing people. You don't get EXP. There is no leveling up. You can't level up and get more HP. You can't level up and get perks. That's not how it works. And me, personally, I am not a fan of it. I think they made a bad decision. Like, that should have been, like, you know, 50 EXP for a headshot. You know, 20 EXP for a body shot. You're seeing no EXP. And personally, I think that was a bad choice. Now you may be wondering, how do you get perks? Well, from your gear. You will go around, you'll find gear in those crates that I was able to get information on from a guy, and you can see what it actually does. Like, this is the gear I'm using. Auto scavenger, larger ammo capacity, more crafting materials, and headshots refund the round. You know, that's just, and each little thing has different abilities. So I don't exactly know how it works other than that. I haven't played a lot, even though it's been out for a week. But I think that's quite sad. It's more of a tier list type of thing. Like a fact, if you can level up like your faction and what that, you do that by doing missions, destroying enemy vehicles, and that gives you access to better gear, more weapons, and things like that. I personally, like I said, I'm not a fan of it, but that's just me. Hunting doesn't play a huge role in the game itself. Personally, I like Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4 where you had to go out and hunt enemies to get the resources you wanted to craft, bigger pouches, more weapon spots. In here, you flat out start out with all the weapon spots, and yeah, it's nice, but not a big fan of it. You can also change the fire mode of a lot of your weapons, which is nice to do on the fly. It's more realistic. So you can see in my bottom left-hand corner, there is a little, next to the trespassing, there's a little 2-tier bar. What that does is, it's a wanted item, which I like that. You kill enough enemies, you blow up enough stuff, and the enemies will start coming after you, and they, in the beginning, are extremely powerful. I went all the way to the end, and they are brutal. So there's a vehicle here, as you can see, so I'm going to blow it up, and I'm going to show you that I'm actually going to get some EXP for it. You can see, it's not actual, like, character EXP, like I said, it's a fan of that. The crafting, like I believe I mentioned it, it's more Far Cry 3 style, or Far Cry 5 style, where you use it to upgrade your gear. Put different attachments on. Maps are not progress locked, like if you remember Far Cry 4, if you did play it.
See you, sniper.
It would be an area of the map that you just flat out couldn't get to. And that doesn't happen here. You can go anywhere you want, as long as you choose to walk there. I'm gonna kill this. There we go, perfect wolf. So I'll show you what you just pretty much loot standard wolf pelts. That's a coyote, same thing. But there are tanks, which is a pretty awesome aspect. They all have that weak spot on the back, which is little too cute. So I will show you a quick. I do like the over-the-top healing, like they had, but they weren't negative, so keep that in mind. And since he's back up, I'm going to do that, because I'm going to show you a cool little aspect, as long as that doesn't blow us up. You can actually hijack the tank, but I died. Which I'll show you that when I revive. But, overall, while I still play for a little bit, and give you guys a little more gameplay, it's a good game. I do suggest it. If you do like Far Cry, you won't be disappointed. There are some aspects that I wish weren't there, but what game doesn't have good and bad? I bought it the day it came out. I did not pre-order, but I did get the pre-order pack, which comes with that little figure that you saw sitting on my dashboard. If you want to rewind the video, I can call my car, or I believe I can edit my car from here and give you guys a little look at that menu. So you get little front plows that you can upgrade at some point. It says you can upgrade at the workbench. I haven't put a lot into it yet. Different rims, different internal colors, different firearms on top, incendiary explosive. But this is one of the things you get from the pre-order. You also get a weapon, which is a CD launcher. I'm personally not a big fan of that CD launcher. Maybe I just don't know how to use it, but nonetheless.
Together, two items can accomplish anything.
So as you can see, pretty over the top, standard Far Cry type look. You can ride horses. I don't know why you would if you can get a car, but
Put that down.
But like I said, overall, it is a good game. I would suggest it. And as I come up behind this guy, I'll make him my final
I can't help it.
takedown.
Definitely heard something that time.
Like you can see, pretty over the top. So if you like the video, please let me know. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. This is my first one doing it. I hope I did well. But, you know, have a good time, and I hope you enjoy the game. Let me know what you think about it, what the good and the bad is.